Hey, I'm Kevin. Welcome to another episode of the Challenge Free Agents Recaps. And now we're in episode 7, and this is just getting good. So, first off, we start with Laurel and Jordan, hugging, kissing, and talking about their relationship. And on the other side, we got Bananas talking on them and how he is just disgusted by it. So then we get a clue from TJ, and they are wondering what the hell the clue is about, and it's talking about Uruguayan barbecue. And then Teresa is on Devin, and she is like, well, if she wins this because I think it's an eating contest, then she's probably gonna put me in and this and that and da la la la, and she feels betrayed and whatever. She's just on Devin. So we get to the challenge, and in the challenge, it's an individual game, and the individual game is called Sausage Party. So basically, the players are gonna have to go across an obstacle course, and they're gonna be wrapped around, and they're gonna be rolling throughout this whole obstacle course like they're a freaking sausage, and they're gonna be passing through like a grill and some tomato and some green stuff that I don't know if it's perejil or I don't know what the hell it is, but they're going through something. So the girls are up first, and this looks very easy, but then the girls are trying to do it, and it looks kind of hard. And then I'm like, isn't this just like rolling around from like in the grass? But at first, all the girls stay behind, and Laura's in the front. And then finally, Carmara catches up, and they're neck to neck, and the girls are having such a hard time, and really like some girls I just do not get like why they're like Carmary. Every time she rolled around, her face was on the sand. Like, pick your head up. And then Devin's boobs get stuck in the grill. So it's neck and neck, BFF race, Carmaria and Laurel. And at this point, like it making it seem like Carmaria is gonna win. So at the end, they have to go and get into this freaking bun. And then the bun is kind of tall, and they're wrapped around. And Laurel wins, and Carmaria gets in second place. And in third place, we have Jessica. She did a pretty good job. I'm really proud of Jessica for this one. The last three girls that make it to the bun are the ones that are going to the draw. And the last three girls that are going to the draw are John A, Devin, and Nani. Now it's up for the guys. And I don't remember if Leroy, I just did not get if Leroy was gonna put himself in the draw, if he was gonna quit the challenge, if he wants to go home. I just don't get what he was trying to talk with Johnny. If anybody can explain, thank you very much. But yes, so the guys go, and they're a little bit better than the girls. But then we have Jordan, Preston, and Leroy fall behind, and they're just giving up. I mean, the only one that wasn't giving up was Preston, and Leroy is just gets stuck, and he rolls around like once, and that's it. So at this point, Johnny from Portland is actually in the lead with Zach, and Zach is actually afraid of this challenge because he's afraid of being tied down, and he's like claustrophobic, and it's because he's a big dude, and it is really funny to see Kahara and TT right next to each other because Kahara is actually really 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 small. I've never noticed him, but I mean, as like beside TT, he looks so freaking small, and these guys look even funnier because it looks like they have a long tight dress. And then at this point, I don't know if Jordan is wanting to quit on purpose so he can go to the draw. I don't know if he is actually having a really hard time, but this guy decides that since two of his best friends are in the front, that he's not gonna try. And I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, and then Laurel won, so why should I? I'm not gonna get voted in. And then I'm like, okay, what's your point? So you're not gonna even try? But if you don't try, you're gonna be in the draw. And he's like, well, I wanna be in the draw. And I'm like, oh, I wonder why. I'm like, this dude is just crazy. And then, okay, finally, it was between Zach and Johnny. And I was actually wanted Johnny to win. Why? Because, he's a rookie and he's new to the challenge. And rookies need to be winning this shit. So, Johnny wins, and I'm very proud of him. And congrats to him because he did a freaking awesome job. So, Johnny and Laurel are the ones that are gonna be making the decisions today and are the winners for today's challenge. And I really enjoy how John A was saying, is there anything that Laurel and Cara Maria just can't be better at than me? I feel really sad and bad for John A. I love my little John A. Anyways, back in the house, it's just a talk, and Laurel, the decision for her is either Anise or Teresa. That's the two girls she's gunning for. Jordan is telling Johnny if he could put in bananas, and he's all for it. Then they go out, and in the night out, they're having a really have fun time, and then Anissa approaches Laurel, and I did not like this about Anissa, the approach, because you're supposed to be fearless. You're supposed to be the queen of eliminations. Plus, you always talk smack about Laurel and how you don't like her and this and that. And here you are kissing ass. And I'm like, okay, what is she gonna tell him? Basically, Anissa told, don't pick me, pick Jessica. And Laurel, I really thought she was falling for it because she was laughing with her and this and that. But she's like, I'm not a fool. I know what's going on. And if that's really the thing she has to say to convince me, then she did not do a pretty good job. And I'm like, Laurel, you are the best. So I don't remember if it was before or after that they went to the club that Jordan he told he wanted bananas. He told Johnny he wanted bananas, and he said like, I don't know how I'm gonna do, but I guess I'm gonna be flipping all the kill cards. So I go in and send him home, and he's really pumped, and that's his idea that he's gonna get the kill card, and there is no stopping him. So later on, we get into the votes, and at this point, I'm really anxious to see what the votes are, and it's clearly the bananas is going in instead of done. He's going in for the guys, and Laurel is supporting the decision because Johnny is supporting her decision, and at this point, Laurel is voted in Anissa, and I'm like, okay, like it's not surprising, but I thought she was gonna pick Teresa again. But anyways, she does not seem surprised, and I didn't see surprise because it was either her or Teresa. So at this point, Jordan is really pumped up that he's gonna get the kill card and he's gonna flip all of them. And TT and the rest of the guys are pumping him up, and I guess TT wants him to do bad because nobody likes him and he doesn't like him. And at this point, Johnny, well, Bananas is like, what the hell? Like, are you freaking that dumb? Why are you guys doing this and this and that? And at this point, I'm like, I do not like Johnny. I don't like Bananas, but I really hope that Jordan gets him off the challenge. Even though I don't really like Jordan right now as well. But then we get into the elimination round, and there everybody is just waiting, waiting, and waiting for this whole big shit to happen because he's been popped all day long. He's been talking about it. He has huge beef with Johnny, and at this point, I'm like, alright, alright. And then we get to the elimination, and it is the wrecking wall. And I'm like, okay, Wrecking Ball. I'm not that excited because I don't get that excited for Wrecking Ball Wall. But then Johnny is like, I'm really afraid that he's not gonna do it because that ones that he's not really prepared for. So, anyways, Nani goes up, nothing, and then here comes Jordan, and he did a bold move, a badass move. He flips all the cards and everybody's faces drops, even mine. I'm in my seat. like freaking dying because this is the best thing that a challenger can ever do, and they can go down in history. And then it's all up to Devin or John A to face Anissa, and it's John A that goes up against Anissa. We got the wall, and in the wall, John A has already won this. But you're going against a bigger girl with much more muscle, more meat than you, and it's gonna be way, way more easier for her just to punch it. And okay, Anissa might need 2 punches, while John A is gonna need 5 punches, and that takes time. Said and done, Anissa wins, but John A did a hell of a good job. She beast throughout this, even though she couldn't really make the holes, she got up really far, and at one point I really thought that she was gonna win, but it was just about it was about the punching. She needed to be more aggressive, and yeah, I really feel bad for Janae. I really enjoy Janae this season, like every season I do. She always proves that she's a good competitor, that she is a smart girl, that she's always underestimated. And I also gotta add that I really enjoyed that she did not hook up with anybody, and that she was not with no guy, and now her talent speaks for herself because she got pretty far um, by herself, and she was making strategic moves, and she was playing the game right. And I really hope to see John A back. I really hope to see someday John A win a challenge, and maybe, well, first I want to see John A in a final, and then I want to see John A win. Next, we get into what we've all been waiting for. I mean, at this point, I'm really rooting for Jordan because I'm really tired of just seeing Johnny and Johnny and Johnny bananas in the finals, in the challenges. So like, come on, get somebody else in the finals. Like, are you serious? So at this point, I'm really rooting for Jordan, even though I'm not even liking him this season. But just get Johnny Bananas out of the fucking challenge. So it is on. So the challenge starts, and they're both going at it. But again, I think at this point, the first thing I see is that Johnny is doing a pretty better job than Jordan. And then they're in the middle, and then just like that, Jordan kind of stumbles, and then he keeps going, but then stumbles again and falls, and that's when it's just all over. And just like that, he is eliminated. And I mean, if I was okay, I got a lot of things to say. First of all, I'm supporting him, and I gave him way, 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 way big, big, big props because he had the fucking balls to go against a veteran who knows who that might take him out, and to do such a bold move. I give him that. But in the other hand, like last week, there was two sides to my opinion. That was the stupidest thing. Like, for rule number one, you never go into eliminations voluntarily. If they put you in, it's another situation. Okay, if it's probably Isaac or probably Casey, go in voluntarily, but then no. Okay. Second, like I said, I really wanted Jordan to win because I just really want him to shut Johnny off, but it was the other way around. Johnny shut Jordan off, which is like you are giving more power and more reason for Johnny to blabber around, and I'm like, oh god, like I would just wish these two would have gone home and we're like, oh, penalty for both, go home, and it would have been way better. But anyways, such a bold move. I think now Jordan became one of the most hated of the challenge in history, and I hope to see Jordan back. And first though, and second, and I gotta add that, I mean, losing like that, you talk a big game and losing, it must really, really feel like shit because I would be like, oh my god, I made such an embarrassment of myself. But you know what? I really enjoyed how he took it. I would have been like, oh shit, do not even look at me. I would say the whole America is watching me, but at this, in my opinion, more people that are not even in the United States are watching. Like me, I'm in Mexico and I'm getting my friends to watch this shit, and they're getting into it. So you're not only embarrassed in the USA, but you're embarrassed in other parts of the world. My last thoughts on Jordan is that I really enjoyed him last season. I thought he was a fearless rookie, but this time around, I kind of loved him and hate him. So back in the house, now we have Laurel going into Bananas room and trying to apologize. Well, not apologize, to say good job and to congratulate him. That's the right word. I don't know what I say apologize for. But anyways, Bananas is going off on Laurel, and I think it's unnecessary how this ends with Laurel crying. And I never thought we were gonna see Laurel cry for a guy. And at this point, I'm like, Laurel, please get your head in the game. You are the Laurel godfather, godmother. You're like the leader of the Challenge Mafia, and you're crying for a guy. No, Laurel, that's not acceptable. So get your head in the game and keep going. But anyways, sorry if I did not mention some stuff, if I forgot. It's just too much to talk about and I have so little time. So, hope you enjoyed it. My MVPs are last week. I gotta give it to Swift, Zach, and Devin because I did not mention my MVPs, but they did a pretty great job. My MVPs of this week, I gotta give it to Jessica, and I'm gonna give it to Johnny from Portland and Zach for sticking it out. Anyways, thanks for watching. Comment and follow me in all the good stuff like Instagram, Twitter, and yeah. So see you later, alligators, and bye bye.